What happened at the New Orleans? Married to Medicine. I know I have not been consistent with my Married to Medicine reviews, but Married to Medicine this season is great. Let me tell you something. Every time I watch Married to Medicine, I'm just like, girl, this is a conversation, this and that. So the ladies are on their trip, in New Orleans. Y'all know Mariah has popped up. She's, had a conversation with these folks. Some folks ain't feeling it. Quad looking at her sideways, but okay and cordial with her. She's not on Candace, she's on the escape side. Like, girl, I'm gonna do this because we all both getting a check. This episode was so important to me to review because it was a conversation piece in it. Two conversations that I want to have. So I want to go ahead and give a disclaimer because we're going to be talking about religion on this episode, honey. We're going to be talking about religion on this recap. So you're very, you don't like for your religion to be disrespected, quote unquote. If you don't like to hear anybody else's thoughts about your religion, suggest that you click off or go watch another King Reed's TV video or something else because we finna dive deep and dirty. Keisha Cole tease. So Simone is taken heavily to a voodoo store because she said, we need to get something to help the ladies. Everybody got stuff going on. Maybe we need to try something different. So immediately, Heavenly is like, no, we ain't going there. It's too much. So, Heavenly said, girl, let's just pray. Let's pray and I'll be able to go in there. So they go in there and immediately Heavenly started looking at this stuff and she's just like, ain't feeling it. She's, feeling some type of way. And Simone said, I think we should just have a ceremony. And Heavenly like, girl, I don't play like that. And, Heavenly was just going off. And Simone was just like, girl, like, what's the problem? Be open-minded. I mean, just look, it's not that bad. And Heavenly said, you don't disrespect, you don't do this, that, So she, they laughed and Heavenly laughed and Simone was like confused. Now, y'all know black folks do not play about voodoo. Y'all know, we all know that. Girl, but I'm gonna tell y'all what. We are so quick to denounce a religion that was created by our ancestors. And specifically, we're talking about Haitian voodoo, but they said voodoo, there's so many types of voodoo, so much, and we automatically think that it's negative, just automatically. And I was just looking from a person who is agnostic. I'm non-denominational, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe in any of that. So I can look with an unbiased opinion. So I can look and say, I don't see the difference between voodoo and Christianity because there's some Christians, there's some pastors, some ministers that, pray bad things on some people. They have bad energy and stuff. And you have voodoo that does good and bad. So I don't understand the difference of it. I think automatically some of us assume voodoo is just supposed to be bad, it's supposed to be demonic. I just found it very confusing how people on Twitter were, making comments and talking about they're not supporting voodoo, they don't do that. I wouldn't have been there either. How quick are we to denounce voodoo and all that? But how quick we are to, practice a religion that was forced upon our ancestors. There's no traces of Christianity, black folks coming over here with Christian views. That did not happen. Do some research, do some due diligence, and go and find out because that's just simply not true. And I just think that it's been so ingrained in our level and thinking, so ingrained in how we perceive stuff. It's just anything that is just that. It's just negative, and we're not supposed to support it at all. What does that say when you're unable to have a conversation about religion or any other religions other than yours? You cannot think outside of the box. That is crazy. So I wrote about it on Facebook because I was just a little irritated how people were responding to voodoo on Twitter. So, I posted on Facebook and one of my favorite people, Terry Torrington, has this to say. Voodoo is one of the oldest religions in the world. People don't realize that disregarding African religion is to side with white supremacy. And that's just how I see it. That's how I see it because I'm just like, this is something we know for a shadow of a doubt that black people created. And, this white man, they went to a voodoo shop that was owned by a white man, which was very confusing. But, people were just having so many ideas and so many comments about it. And what you're so quick to uphold Christianity. And Christianity, in my view, is so much like white supremacy. I was a little confused. I don't know. I don't see voodoo no different than any other religion. I just don't. I think we just been taught that that's negative, just like, Islam has been taught is negative in America. Like, I just think it's so ingrained. This country was built on Christianity, which was also built on white supremacy views. So I don't understand how my black people Don't go and say, look, you know what, I know this is something I've been taught. I know this is something that I've learned from my parents, my grandparents, but let me unpack this. Let me find out what's going on. Let me find out, is this what I need to be praying to? Is this something I need to be practicing? Now, if you have done your research and all that, you say you still support it, I agree with you 100%. But what I do not like, and I'm never here for, is people not being able to research and find out, like, hey, like, but people just denounce it without looking into it. Just imagine how messed up you would be if you never questioned anything, if you just supported something just because. People are taking money out your paycheck and they're not telling you what for, and you just gonna be okay with it. Just think about how stupid that shit sounds for somebody to tell you to believe something and not question. There was a movie that M. Night Shyamalan, I think that's how I think I'm saying his name right. There's a movie that he directed called The Village. And in The Village, these people lived in this little, little wooded area or whatever. And this was like supposed to be like 17th century type stuff, like back in the witchcraft era. So they were in this village and they did not go outside the village because they were scared something was going to, some type of monster was going to eat them up. So this girl, I think it was a person or something, she just finally made it out of there, and she came out and she saw an 18-wheeler driving by. Like, she seen cars. So she was living in the 21st century and she didn't even know it, because they had taught her and they had ingrained in that little small community that don't question this, don't ask any questions. This is where we live at. So don't go outside because you're going to be hurt. That's evil. That's bad. And the moment she did, that she seen that it wasn't as bad as she thought it was. So girl, my thing is, if you only support stuff, if you support things without questioning, you are already doomed to fail. So I don't have anything to offer. But that's just my thoughts on it. I just want to talk about it a little bit. I know a lot of people are pressed and stuff about it. Believe in what you want to believe in, but make sure that you're actually researching and understand why you believe in that. And that goes into so many avenues of everything based off what we're attracted to, what we consider to be good hair versus bad hair. Had a conversation about that on Twitter, honey. There's no such thing as good hair. But people always say, oh, well, good hair is healthy hair. If good hair is healthy hair, why the fuck do you keep saying good hair? Girl, fix that and work on that shit. So Simone and Heavenly make their way back to the Crawfish Festival, whatever it was. And immediately, Heavenly, and Simone started telling them what they were trying to do. And the folks were like, girl, I would have went in there. I understand. Because y'all know Dr. Jackie didn't even want to go into Lucifer room, just the title of it. Like, somebody can call some shit something else and you could be in there and don't even know it. Like, girl, these folks be scared of damn leaves falling, thinking they fucking comets coming from the damn sky. I don't have time for it. I just don't. So the ladies all agreed and said, girl, we were not going to be doing no ceremony. Now, I understand folks saying, we ain't going to do no ceremony. We ain't going to do that. But what I found crazy is that y'all invite a pastor or a preacher, somebody that y'all barely know, and invite him to pray with y'all. So I don't. It be so confusing. So folks be so quick to bow their heads for somebody just in the room just because, girl, I don't know you. You might be praying some different type of energy, but using the right type of words. So the ladies push their way back and they have a little, a lemon squeeze, quote unquote, or whatever it was. And immediately Dr. Heavenly starts coming for Mariah. She said, Mariah, you don't own up to all the shit that you have caused, girl. You have caused so much destruction and stuff amongst the group. You have said so much shit. So Heaven said, I want to apologize to you for saying, your mama, talking about your mama, that was not right. But y'all know that Mariah said that Dr. Heavenly was musty and she thinks that her breath stinks and all that type of shit. So Heavenly and Mariah been going in. Now let me tell y'all something. As much as I ain't really here for Mariah sometimes, Mariah be having me hollering. Mariah is hilarious. Mariah be, oh, Quad with no makeup, no hair. That's Mr. Potato Head. Now that shit was wrong. That shit had Quad feeling some type of way, and the fact that Mariah had said that that Mariah had built Quad up, and she was like, "Girl, I made you relevant," and Miss Quad was not here for that at all. So they going at her, and they said, "You know what? I will forgive you. We gonna move on forgiveness and all that." And Miss Quad looking like, girl, I'm not forgiving her for shit. So Heaven said, so girl, are you gonna forgive Mariah? She said, oh girl, we cordial, we cool, and that's it, and that's all it's gonna be. And Heaven started dragging her ass in the confession. She said, girl, I'm not asking you to be best friends with the bitch. I'm asking you to forgive her. And I understood. Now y'all kept saying, well, But Quad said it's gonna take time. Heavenly said, girl, it's been 5 years. I don't know how long it's been. You cannot tell somebody how long, what period it takes them to get over some stuff. And people say, well, Justin, you do Candy like that. I have never said that Candy needs to get over it as far as be friends with Portia. But she needs to stop acting extra petty with the situations and shit. Like, girl, if you really not here for this girl, then just don't film with the show, period. Like, be over it. And that goes for everybody that be having like some issues and stuff with folks on the show. Because if I don't like you true enough, I'm just gonna leave, girl. I'm just not. But this is your job at the end of the day. Girl, Dr. Jackie got every answer but the right answer for her own marriage. Girl, I love Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie said, only weak people tend to want revenge. Girl, y'all love to try to hurt somebody with a couple of words, girl. Now, I don't believe revenge is the best course of action for everything, but sometimes, girl, you reap what your ass sow, girl. You finna get this sick-ass butter bean, okay? Y'all remember how we used to put them little beans in a little cup in kindergarten and watch it grow up to a plant? What did we ever do with the plants? Probably not shit. But Dr. Jackie said that, girl, she needs to work on her marriage, whatever she got going on with her husband, while he catching flights and no feelings with her ass. But Dr. Jackie, you know, she started sharing some emotional stuff. She felt like she said she lost her marriage and she's not able to have a child. And she said them two things that she really wanted, she can't get. So I felt for Jackie, but I want to feel like, Jackie, you can still be a mother. But her husband that she with his turtle looking ass don't even want to adopt. So Jackie, but girl, you talking about so you want to adopt, but girl, it's true enough, you ain't got the time. Simone and Cecil, child, that therapy conversation was something serious, wasn't it? So Cecil walks in at the second house. My friend called and said, child, they got two separate houses because they don't want to be in the same room together. And she was right. That's what I'm getting from it. But I thought, you know, they was getting a house because it was closer to the city and one because the kids was in school. But that ain't the case. So Cecil comes in. He was just like, how was the trip? She said, it was cute, honey. You know, I'm about to get some sleep and stuff. What you need over here? He said, well, I need some blazers. So they started talking about their marriage. Simone started talking about their marriage. And she said, you know, we only had one conversation with the therapist. We need to have another one. So are you interested in doing it? He said, yeah, you know, you can just set it up. And Simone was like, okay, but why you ain't set it up? And he said, well, you know, that's the thing that you do. So do it. I set it up. And Simone said, well, I shouldn't have to tell you to set up a therapist session for our marriage. And I'm telling you, women say shit like this all the time to men, and they have this, oh, wait, that's what you do. If you can, and I understand some men care about their marriage and stuff, but you got to be able to show it to us more than paying some goddamn bills. Okay? I can talk about that because sometimes my father is like that. My father was like that. As long as I'm providing a roof and stuff over your head, you shouldn't want for anything else. But, you know, Simone, like, this is our marriage. You should want more just as I do. And if you're not interested in saying, you know, I'm going to set it up for us to do it next Wednesday, what to look like me setting the shit up? Just because I'm the woman don't mean I'm supposed to set up all this shit. Like, and I understood what Simone was saying with that. I perfectly understood what she was saying. Then we move on to Greg and Quad. Their relationship. Greg, let me tell you something. It must be some great deity inside Miss Quad. Cause baby, let me tell you something. I would have turned into that thing that Moana was fighting if you had been talking to my ass like that. Miss Kiki, whatever her damn name is, it was a fight. I would have slapped your ass with the hottest fire punch right in your face, because there ain't no way in the hell you would have been talking to me condescending like that and raising your goddamn voice. I've been taking care of your ass since the day I met you. Greg, if you don't get your Dexter's Laboratory built ass on some damn way the way you be talking to Quad, I ain't here for that shit. And Quad ain't my favorite, but I'm just not here for you talking to her like that. She asking legitimate questions and you catching attitudes every second. You blowing up. Like, that was just disrespectful. Quad, I salute you. I bow to you because, child, I would have cussed that man from here to next year talking to me like that. That made me irritated. I felt like Quad was my damn mama being disrespected by some bitch at Walmart. Girl, I would have let loose, honey. She was like, Quad, you was trying to maintain it, honey. You was trying to maintain it. And Greg was like, well, tell me what it is. Don't be like this. Don't tell me. I'm asking you for questions. And then when she told you, you were talking over her, something I do sometimes, but you were talking over her, and she's telling you, like, this is the things I'm telling you, and every time you say some stuff that you're doing for me, it's monetary shit, and you do that, Greg. I mean, whatever your name, girl, what's his name? Krabby Patty. What does he talk like? He got some Krabby Patties and some damn saltine crackers stuck in his damn throat. So he took his little short ass like he waiting for Dee Dee to come out the damn laboratory and hitting the little ass fucking clown car and driving off. Quad, I salute you. Quad went upstairs to go get the stuff to tell him this is what I've told you about. I wrote about it. Greg is probably over Quad's theatrics and how Quad be, acting, how she talks and stuff. Y'all know even Mariah made, jokes and mention about that. But I'm thinking that's what Greg probably just over with. But I'm just like, ooh, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I would have slapped the dog shit out of him. Ain't nowhere in hell. Ain't nowhere in hell. But I salute you, Quad. Girl, I hope you talk to your man. I hope y'all figure it out. But that was just way too much for me, and I was really, really pissed off. Next episode of Married to Medicine, Simone gonna say she don't even know her husband love her no more, child. I said she's looking for a new place, and she ride around with Toya and said, okay, you looking for you and Greg a new place? She said, no, I'm looking for me a place. Child, Toya looked at her like, girl, what? So next episode of Married to Medicine is going to be sickening as hell. Y'all know next week is the weekend of Christmas. Y'all know Christmas is Monday. I will make sure I review all my stuff. I will be in Miss Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to do a live video on some stuff with the family and stuff again, because it seemed like y'all liked that, and I did too. I'm probably going to do a video with my brother. A lot of people are asking, oh, you have a gay younger brother, like you should do a video with him. So we'll do that. Y'all have any questions for my family members, any type of things, make sure you send those in to me, specifically at justin@kingareese.com. I'm going to continue the conversation on there. I love y'all, honey. We're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna have a sickening week. We got 1 week before Christmas, honey. I am so excited. Y'all see so much. Oh, I just see so much good stuff I just see so many good and promising things. So y'all make sure y'all enjoying yourselves. Get rested, get tested. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.
What more do you want from me?